Hello you lovely knots. Right, today we got some cool bits. We'll start with a pair of Grant G60AMS monoblocks. These are pretty cool really, EL34 based valve amps. Grant was in business with Lumley for a bit. There was a Grant Lumley company. I think this is after Lumley and Grant split. These are nice things. Sound really good. Claim 60 watts per channel. I mean, 2 EL34s is pushing it a little bit, but there you go. They sound really good. We're running them through a pair of the wonderful DM2A Bowers & Wilkins B&Ws. I really like these. I've always been a fan of the 2A. They're really good. And they always sound amazing on valve amps as well. It's one of them things that when they came out in the mid-70s, valve amps were really out of fashion. So, you know, they sort of went back out. They went out in the late 60s. Transistors came in. The British valve resurgence of the early 80s, where these Grants fit in nicely. You know, that didn't come along until these were old speakers. So in the mid-70s, these wouldn't have been run with valve amplifiers. They would be run with transistor amps at the time. But they really work well on valve amps. If you ever give it a go, trust me. We were at a hi-fi show, the Audio Jumble in Tunbridge Wells, and I was selling some new amps with a friend of mine called the Apollon Audio Apache EL34 amp as well. And we brought a pair of these along and we demonstrated these at the show, run by the Apache, and it just worked really well. So even from that day on, if I get a pair of these in, I always run them with valve amps because they sound brilliant. This pair are boxed. They come as, interestingly, there's a blue box and a red box. Now, the blue boxes were for the right-hand speaker and the red boxes for the left-hand speaker because they were handed. So if you look at them, those driver alignments on the left-hand side of the cabinet, and on the other one, it's down the right-hand side of the cabinet. Each box says they're paired with the other speaker, the serial numbers and all the rest of it, so that's pretty cool. Also, as a extra, you had these slanty stands. Now, most people put them on stands that raise them up off the floor a bit anyway, so you didn't get many of these. These are quite rare. But I have the original slanty stands with them as well, which were an optional extra. Manuals, and the really cool readouts as well that these had. Each speaker was tested and had its own personal readout. So there you go. Let's play them. Let's give it a go. These are pretty special. I won't play your games no more. If you won't believe my motives, if you want to leave this lonely home, well, I won't play your game no more. When the colors fade out of this. Wonderful, aren't they? They're great. The music is sewn from the album Tremors. If you've not got that album, get that album. It's a brilliant album. Every track's a killer. So back to the B&Ws then. These are a transmission line design, so they have a folded horn inside. They use the B&W's 8-inch driver at the time, really robust thing. These never go wrong, they're great. Celestion 1300 tweeter and a Coles 4001G super tweeter. And in the port here, you notice this weird stuff. Think, oh, what's that? You know, this sort of weird hairy stuff. It's actually rubberized horsehair. A material that wasn't used very much, but was used in these. So rubberized horsehair. Good thing is it doesn't sort of go weird with age and fall out. It just stays there. So there you go. Cool pair of speakers. I'm actually, well, pretty much the best pair I've ever seen. There's barely a mark on them. They're really, really good. So there we go. Some cool stuff today. More stuff coming in. Something very special coming in tomorrow. Proper amazing. So I will probably do a video early in the week with something very, very cool. So tune in.